Alright y'all, welcome back to another Tomags golf video. This one we're doing 18 holes at the Hideaway at the Pete Dye Course. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate all y'all. So, here we go. We got the first hole here. I had driver in hand, hole 1, 413 yard par 4. Driver in hand. I aimed it a little bit left, just seeing like the water down there on the right, so favored the left a little bit. Hit a good tee shot here. Just pulled it just a hair, but it ended up kind of taking a good kick right. I was aiming right at that bunker on the left right there. And aimed right in the fairway and good to go. This second shot, I had 9-iron in here. I decided to kind of take a little bit off because I know that sometimes on these simulators I feel like the ball doesn't really go as far. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I hit a good shot here. I just tugged a little bit left. It was definitely enough club. Just pulled it a little bit left, had a little bit of a chip. Now, chipping is definitely hard on these simulators because I really have no feel when it comes to it, chipping. Like, I just kind of aim at a point and I see how many yards it is, and I just take my lob wedge and try to hit it. That one, luckily, I hit a good one and got it up and down. It one-putt me, so even par through one. This second hole, hit driver. I aimed a little bit left again, and I hit that kind of dreaded straight ball. I was looking for it to cut. I felt like I had a cut swing, but I guess not. So the second shot in, I hit a 7-iron. I know that being in the rough, I figured it would probably, kind of play a little bit longer. I saw that water on the right. I aimed a little bit. I aimed basically in between the flag and the left fringe, but ended up being short. I think I just took too much off, so had another one of these little chips, and I hit a good chip right here, and I had the auto putt on, so unfortunately it gave me a 2-putt from 3 feet, which is kind of ridiculous, but what are you gonna do? But this third hole, just for playing for positioning, it was 375 yards, so I hit a 3-wood off the tee, thinking if I drew it a little bit it would be okay, but it ended up going pretty straight. I knocked on a little iron here. I forget exactly how much I had in there, but I remember knocking down and hitting like a pretty decent shot. Just rolled on the front of the green. So 2-putt par. Now this fourth hole, par 5, this got me a little bit upset. I just hit that drive so thin, pulled it left. I was trying to play a draw and I just came up on it and it came out like a low rocket. Ended up on the cart path actually, so I figured I'd just try to play it smart, lay up, and then what do? I pull it again, which I wasn't even aiming over there. That was that bad of a pull. So now I left myself like probably, I think I had like a 7 or an 8-iron in with water on the right. So, of course, I didn't hit it hard enough again coming out of the rough. Ended up a little bit short. So I guess I could have took a 7-iron and tried to hit it a little bit hard, but, hit a decent chip right here. There was a little ridge right there. You can't see, but it didn't get over the ridge. So ended up 2-putting me for bogey. So here we go on to the next hole, par 4. Again, hit this drive a little bit left, but what happened is it bounced right here on the cart path. So I got a little bit of cart path love here. Just kept kind of staying straight on this cart path. So it actually ended up helping out a little bit because I think coming off of the cart path, thinking in my head that it's probably better than coming out of the rough. So on this shot, I tried to hit it high. If you see, I finished pretty high up. When I did that, I hit a good shot. I think I took too much off of it since I hit it so high. Next time, what I'll do is I'll probably take extra club if I'm going to try to hit it high like that just to make sure I get it on. I mean, it would have been on the front. Now, this chip, I hit a 52 degree because I've been chipping pretty good all day, but ended up giving it way too much. So now I'm faced with this chip coming back, and I was a little bit upset, but let the video speak for itself. That's right, baby, a hole out. Even though it was for par, I mean, those are the things that kind of change momentum during the round for sure. So that was pretty cool to see. Now that confidence, I brought to this next tee shot. It was a 147-yard par 3, and it was just a perfect 9-iron. and I hit it, and it literally like never left the flag. I thought it was going to be hold, and it ended up being 3 feet, so tap in birdie. Now this next hole, par 5, I apologize, I didn't hit the record button, but I hit a drive down the middle, laid up, and this is my 3rd shot in on it, and hit like a decent one. Could have gave it a little bit more, but it kind of hit and stopped on the green, but 2 putt for a par. So now hole 8, another par 3, 178 yards. I knocked a little 7-iron down, but I blew this thing right. I mean, I thought it was going to be in the water, and it ended up being right of the water. So that was not a good shot, but I had like a little 30-yard kind of pitch shot, so I took the lob wedge and just kind of hit it up there. Took my medicine in a sense and, you know, knocked it on. It gave me a 2 putt, so now I'm 2 over on the round. Then this final hole, par 4, 452 yards, so pretty long. My second shot in here, I hit it pretty good. It was right in the middle of the green. I think I left myself, I want to say like 15 feet or so. So 2 putt, par, 2 over on the front. Now the back is where things get interesting. I ripped driver right here. I kind of tried to play a little bit of a draw. Didn't draw as much as I wanted to, but it ended up kicking left and being in the fairway, so I was pretty cool with that. Now this second shot in here, I remember I hit like 8-iron and I like chunked it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be really short. But I think this was one of those, the old chunking runs. You know, I hit it and it just kind of, it got the distance somehow. I don't even know. Thankfully, it gave me a 1 putt for birdie, so now I'm 1 over. Now this 11th hole, again, I just kind of pulled it left. I hit one of those thin ones again, and I had this bush right in front of me, so I had to go 90 degrees out to the right. So I just tried to play it smart, take my medicine, figured I'd chip out, hit it on the green. If it gives me bogey, it's okay. Now this next shot I didn't record. I wish I did, but I pulled it left, and I ended up in the water. So I had to drop right here. I had like a little awkward, like 25-yard pitch shot, so I hit a lob wedge, hit it way too much, went over the green, and just made a complete disaster of this hole. Chipped it up here, it gave me 2 putts, made a triple on this hole. So I took my medicine, but it was just poor swings. I kept pulling everything on this round. But next hole, 190-yard par 3, I hit 6-iron right here. I'm like, all right, let it go, you know, step up, hit a good shot here. I just blocked it a little bit right. I kind of thought it was going to kick left, but it looked like it might have even been a little bit too much club. It was probably 190 to the pin, but sometimes it's good to kind of look at that front number, and I think the front number was like 179 or something, so that would have been, you know, a little bit smarter, but ended up chipping it here. It gave me a 2 putt, so another bogey, unfortunately. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I chipped it over the green, and then I chipped this one up here, and then it tap in from whatever 3 feet, and it gave me a bogey. So now I'm 5 over. Now this is another par 5, 501. These par 5s I'm really not playing the best on this round. Again, I hit my driver out there, laid up, and then hit my 3rd shot. I laid back pretty far. I hit my 3rd shot in here. I believe I had an 8-iron. And just hit it, you know, got it on the green, 2 putt par, but really just didn't take advantage of it because there's a lot of water on this course. This next hole, the 14th hole, I tried to draw the drive and ended up doing it, you know, which was a good feeling because I've been hitting 3 woods when I had to hit draws on this. And so it felt good to step up there and kind of hit a draw with the driver. I had a 7-iron in here and just blocked it a little bit right. It was pretty close to hitting a good shot here. I thought it might, you know, get there, but it wasn't. It was short because I hit it a little bit right. I think the distance was okay, but could have stepped up and hit a little bit better. And then hit a chip shot here, and it gave me a, I believe a 1. Yeah, it gave me a 1 putt. So still 5 over. 15. Now this is a drivable, well, quote-unquote drivable par 4, 324 yards. So I'm like, you know what? I got to make something happen. Let me just rip driver here. I tried to play that draw, and it kind of went straight, and I ended up on this hill. So I had, again, like an awkward kind of like 30-yard pitch shot. So I hit this lob wedge. I threw it up there pretty high, and it just landed in the perfect spot, right on the fringe, and rolled to like a foot. So that was pretty good, I got to say. The flop shots, they never really were a problem for me, but I guess, you know, when you have a 64 degree, definitely helps. But now, so 4 over. Get to this next hole. I hit a driver out here pretty good. I kind of thought I was going to hit it into that bunker, but ended up kind of staying out, but in the rough. So, you know, it is what it is. And then I knocked down, again, whatever iron here. I forget what I hit. I want to say I hit like maybe an 8. And just blocked it again. Just kind of blocked the approach shot. It's pulls and blocks are what I've been kind of doing all day. Since I just hit a good flop shot kind of on that last hole, I figured I'd do it again on this hole. Hit a good flop shot up there, I believe it was like maybe just outside 2 feet. And it ended up two-putting me again. So here we go, the 18th hole. I striped a 3-wood down the middle because I was trying to take that water out of play. I didn't really realize how far it was. So I'm like, all right, well, the people didn't come here to watch me lay up on this 18th hole, so let me go for it for a 3-wood. Well, this is what happened. I was aiming right at the pin, trying to play a draw, because I figured if I pulled it left, you know, it would be okay right in that bunker, but I ended up blocking it and I hit it in the water. So now on the simulator, I just hit the drop button. When I dropped, look where it dropped me on the right side of the water with all these bushes in the way. I literally had no shot. I didn't really know what to do. I went 360 degrees around just to see if there's any shot where the bushes are not in play. So I found kind of like this little gap here on the right. And so right here, I clicked back just to see if I could change where I dropped it. But once you click drop, I mean, that's it. So I kind of clicked the button to try to rotate it, like, you know, as best as possible. I think it was like right about when I got to here or so. I found the button to kind of like rotate it and find a little bit of a hole. Right there, where I found a little. So I'm like, all right, this bush might not be in the way. I mean, I really don't know. Let me just, you know, aim it here. And I ended up kind of punch cutting a little 6-iron. And it's hard to tell right here, but this cleared the water by no lie, not even a foot. It could have easily went in that water again for the second time. So I'm like, all right, living on the edge here. I had a little bit of a wedge in, hit it, and ended up being short again. I mean, that's just a mental mistake right there. I mean, you should give yourself, you know, if you're going, you have to hit the green if you're already taking a penalty shot to try to keep the damage to a minimum. So I tripled that hole and ended up 8 over. Definitely learned some stuff on this round about playing on this simulator, but just have to learn from my mistakes, and definitely going to change up, number 1, where I aim on these things, and number 2, what club selection I take. But I'm definitely going to be able to shoot pretty good on this, but it's only round 1, so stay tuned for the next one. Thanks, y'all.